well go through the same phase landing process as Chandrayaan-3. It was quite similar for it. I haven't dived fully into the actual orbits of 2, but it was a very similar process for that we've seen here with Chandrayaan-3. Catching up on here, we got Rajev. Hi, I'm a student from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, from class 11th. Great to have you here. If you think I might have trouble with the name you're saying, if you put like the pronunciation in brackets, that would be amazing, because we do want to give you guys shout outs. I want to not butcher them too bad. Unless you want me to butcher them, then we can do that too. But we're glad to have you here. Question coming in: can ISRO delay the landing if complications arise with the lander module? Absolutely. They are able to not conduct the ALS burn when things begin or is targeted, so they could go for more orbits. But at this time, everything from mission control is confirming that they are on a good target to conduct that burn now, just 49 minutes away from now. Sarav, thank you so much for that #1 super chat. Appreciate that. Thanks for helping continue to support. Jai Hind, is this live? Well, I hope. I didn't sleep all night, so I hope so. It's an exciting day, and we're glad to have you here. Vina says hello from the UK. This is Vina, basically from India. Great to have you here. Catching up on the chat. We got Joker watching from a terrace of a college building in East India. Welcome. Great to have you here. You can keep letting us know where you're watching. We got Dr. Paratite, East India. So super awesome to have you here with us. So many people tuning in from around the world as we wait for Chandrayaan-3 to land on the lunar surface. Vijay, wow, thank you so much. That is super generous, super excited. That's basically my emotions, that emoji that you sent. Super generous, super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Jay is in our TLP Network Operations Center in Scotland. We've got Kieran in our TLP England studio. I'm in our Canada studio. And then we have our TLP and rocket chasers around the world, all tuning in, helping make this possible, collecting information, seeing your guys' responses. So that goes into making this, helping us expand. We are planning, and we're super excited to say this, we are planning the launch pad going to India. Plans are in progress for that. We're figuring out all around what launches and stuff, but that is the first time we're saying that. We are going to go to India. And super excited to get on the ground. We'll hopefully do some arrangements to be able to meet some people when we're there. It's going to be a little bit till we do it, probably sometime maybe next year, but we'll see. But definitely stay tuned for that. We're super excited because India is becoming a huge player in the space race. If you are just joining us, though, welcome here to the launch pad. We are counting down now 1 hour, 6 minutes and counting until touchdown of Chandrayaan lunar surface. We're about 20 minutes away from the ISRO beginning their live broadcast, and we'll of course patch that in. We're answering your guys' comments and questions. You can send those in the chat by tagging us at the launch pad, and we will work live to the best of our ability. If you haven't yet, take a moment, engage that like button, and share out the stream. It really does help us out. Also, we'll put it back to the other screen here. We're on the road to 200,000 subscribers, and you guys are absolutely blowing us away. Already past 193K already this morning. You guys are incredible. So definitely take some time. If you haven't yet and you enjoy space, consider engaging that subscribe button. Here at the Launchpad, we bring you full live launch coverage, space news updates, exclusive one-on-one interviews, and more. We went into a new rocket factory to see their engines, and we're about to release that interview. We were the first people into this facility, and we're super excited to take you inside that. Will from Germany, fingers crossed for India. Thanks so much for sending that in. That super chat. Appreciate your support there. And for those just joining us, we do have confirmation ISRO is still ready to conduct their burn at that targeted time. We are keeping a close eye on that. We got Jason's watching from New Zealand. We got Tushar is watching from Perth, Australia. And we're continuing to monitor the chat here. As we said, if you guys are watching by yourself, with friends, with family, or your school, and you want a shout out and possibly the actually getting to be seen on screen, consider taking a photo, putting that over to us on X at @TLPN_official. You can tag us. You can send it to us over on our Discord. It's free to join. The Discord link is in the chat description. That's where our community hangs out in between launches. Or I guess you could even email it to us as well through our website. We'd love to see that. I know we have a couple that have come in via X, so we'll work on patching those in here momentarily so you can see. I know we've got one here from Alvis, so we're going to pull that up shortly. So keep sending in those photos or videos, and we will get those up on the air here as we continue to count down. I know we have another Chitan, thank you for sending in that super chat. Another one there celebrating. Super exciting. We are now coming up to that 1 hour mark of touchdown. That's absolutely incredible. We have Desi, engineering student from Bangalore, India. I'm sure ISRO will succeed this time. By the way, I was watching the launch pad the time of the launching the Chandrayaan-3. That is awesome, Desi. Thank you so much for coming back and being here. We appreciate it. It's truly incredible how many people are tuning in today. It's an exciting day. I'm not even from India. So I'm just as excited as if it was a Canadian lander or a lander as well. So this is super incredible. John Wick, mate, it's a race between flag on a moon versus moon on a flag. Sure. Yeah, it's an exciting time. We're getting ready to go back here. BRL, please pronounce ISRO for ISRO. Absolutely, we can do that. That's what people are doing. State of the art is saying he is preparing. Sorry, I don't know who you are. I am preparing for an ISRO exam. That's awesome. I wish you all the best. Chandrayaan to debris. So there is obviously a debris spot on where they're landing, but Chandrayaan-3 is going to a slightly different area than Chandrayaan-2. Or Phoenix, greetings from Melbourne, Australia. Hello, amazing work with the live tracking and or visuals. Better.
If you turn around in all positions, we recommend the Ultima mattress. It's what I sleep on as well, and it's one of our top sellers on that front. We've innovated on, and the first people to release it in India is the Cooltech fabric. This fabric itself draws heat away from your body and dissipates it across the mattress, so you feel cooler while sleeping at night, 4 degrees cooler to be precise. Our mattresses come with a 10-year warranty, so you're guaranteed to receive that.
Any business has 100% probability of failure if as a business owner you're making these 3 mistakes. Mistake number 1, doing everything by yourself. Mistake number 2, not building competent teams. And mistake number 3, not building systems in your business. If you want to stop making these mistakes and genuinely want to build a scalable, profitable business, then hit the button below and join me in my online business breakthrough seminar. At the business breakthrough seminar, I will show you how to come out of the traps of these mistakes and actually build a profitable and a scalable business which can grow without you. Join the seminar for just ₹99 with 100% not live up to your expectations. Click now. Look forward to seeing you at the business breakthrough seminar.
This is the same one as the rocket that took off a little while ago with all those people. And yes, this is the same one, Dan. So that one that we saw launch about 40 days ago with like 10,000 people in the stands watching, that is what's landing on the moon here today. It's been orbiting around the moon for a couple of weeks. As you can see to the right of my screen here, and we'll pull up the other view here. You can see those orbits that it conducted, bringing it closer and closer to the lunar surface in a stable orbit, preparing it for today's flight, or today's landing, excuse me. super chat. Love you, India. Appreciate that support. And yes, super exciting day. All of our help there. Aditya, any updates from the ISRO? Not anything yet, but we are keeping a close eye on that for it. And I really love someone just sent us a post on X. Chandrayaan-3 is not just a mission for India, it's a mission for humans, and that is super true. We are going back to the moon together and are supporting it, and that is just known by people are in this chat from truly tuning in from around the world, no matter what time. It is 5:30 in the morning here at the Canada studio. We've been up through the night, and it is so worth it, and we're super excited to have that here today. Dyston, I'm basically a 7th grader with a passion for engineering and science and chocolate truffles. Subscribed already. Well, welcome. Who doesn't love a chocolate? I could really go for a chocolate truffle right now. But that is awesome that you have a passion for science, work hard on it, focus, and you too can get to be part of this really next great space era. Issue from here in my college, Thapper, I hope I said that right. They are live stream in an open air theater, ground control in Jadam. That is awesome. Great to have it here. Ramesh, hi Launchpad. So happy for your visit to India. Look forward to seeing you as I in place. Orders absolutely. We'll try to figure out how to work an event there when we finalize those details. Thank you so much. Supporting what we do. You can do so by becoming a TLP member by hitting that join button. 99 cents a month goes a really long way helping us bring you the best possible coverage. And you get to use some awesome emojis. We added the ISRO emoji, and a moon today. So definitely check that out. We also have some really fun ones for go and touchdown and things like holds for launches. So definitely consider hitting that join button. And truly incredible. We're going to switch over here. I'll see if I can bring it up on that road to and you guys are absolutely blowing us away with how that is going. We somewhat made a joke of could we hit 200,000 before Chandrayaan-3 lands, like ridiculously close. So that is so incredible. I appreciate that. This started as a hobby and has been a passion since I was a kid. And the fact that we get to do this together is so super exciting. Jason, another super chat. Love you. India from Melbourne. Thanks so much for sending that in. Appreciate that. Yes, lots of love to India. If you are just joining us, though, welcome here to the launch pad. You can let us know in the chat where you're watching from. We are working to answer your guys' comments and questions. If it is a question, make sure you tag us at the Launchpad, and we'll work on answering that live as we continue. Shabham, thanks for sending in that super chat. Appreciate your support as we continue now. Less than an hour away from touchdown of Chandrayaan-3 to the lunar surface, and super exciting time here today. Catching up on the chat here, seeing what people are saying, where they're tuning in from. We got Anjali from Gutam in India. I hope I said that right. Welcome. Lots of just Indias. It's great to have you here. We got Chetitiana. I hope I said that right. Kishore, welcome. Deek Shah is asking, did you start this channel alone? Yeah, this kind of hobby passion project in January 1st, 2021. And it's been a super incredible journey getting to be part of this, now being accredited as a journalist in space industry in Canada and the United States, and working with SpaceX and NASA and all these agencies around the world. It's been truly, absolutely incredible. Pirates Eagle, we've been waiting for this moment for 4 years. So yes, we are excited. What are your thoughts on the Chandrayaan-3 landing? Thanks for sending that in, Pirates, and being here. Super exciting day. I think it shows just the innovation and the success that is coming out of India. I think a lot of people didn't necessarily think about India in the space race until recently, and India has been like, hi, we're here, and we're so ready to go. The fact that you're working on crew missions, lunar landers, all of it. It's just so super exciting to see another nation step up and over the world. So that is super awesome to see. So we're 100% behind them. Excited to see what they do. Hope that they get more funding from their government so they can continue to push innovation and try new things. It's absolutely part of it there. We appreciate that. Catch us for becoming a member. We appreciate that. Paul, thank you so much for your super chat. Appreciate it. And I said that wrong. We're looking for the Decepticons. That's what we're doing, apparently. Well, I mean, if at least if the Decepticons are real, it means we've got the Transformers, and they're friendly, and like we could use with some friends. So I'm not against that idea. Aditya, Chandrayaan-2 failed mainly because of a technical glitch at the camera during the coast phase. What changes have been made for Chandrayaan-3 regarding its lander's altitude? They've been monitoring it, obviously, super closely. They made upgrades to their camera systems. They haven't released like necessarily really big specifics on what changes have been made in between the two missions per se, but obviously there was a number of years in between. There was a lot of developments that were conducted during that time. I appreciate you sending that in. If you haven't yet, though, take a moment, share out the stream, invite people to join us. We're super excited to have you all joining us here. Just over 30 minutes away from that landing burn being conducted. And we invite you to, just share out the stream as we continue sending your questions by taking us at the launch pad, and we will work on answering those live to the best of our ability here. Are working on getting the chat just a little bit cleaner here, going a little bit crazy, but we'll work on hopefully slowing that down just a little bit here so that we can make sure we're not missing anyone's comments or questions as we continue through today's. So bear with us just a brief moment as we work to put that on a little bit of a slow-mo. We try not to, but we need just a hair of it this morning, I think. So great to have you here. Prevlam, hello, answer this. At what stage of touchdown will board cameras and AI take over and they have no control? That is a really fantastic question. I build the whole. So once they'll send a signal to the lunar module, tell it to conduct the automatic landing burn, and once it does so, that is when it will conduct its landing by itself. It is fully automated. Jay Want has a really great question. Which events are you planning to cover this year? Love your chatter before the launch. We appreciate it. Working on doing that more. We're super excited to have a few new hosts coming on air to help us cover, as there's so many launches. Obviously, we're counting down to IFT2 for Starship. So super excited about that. We've got the launch of Psyche on a board of Falcon Heavy. Super excited about that. Planning to be on location for that one. We got a few other launches this year. I think next year is an exciting year. So we're slowing down the speed up, getting some stuff ready for next year. We've got lots of planning already underway for next year to cover Artemis 2. Vijay, thank you so much for that super chat there. Aris, appreciate your super chat. Learn to speak Hindi first. I will try. I'll try to learn a few words for the next time we have an India launch. I will definitely try to do that. Kurti, Team Launchpad, thank you for doing it for space enthusiasts. Convey my appreciation and thanks to the entire team for your hard work. Watching with our family dog Breezer in Pune, India. Well, I made that screenshot of that message. Make sure share that off with our team. I appreciate it. Deepak, cover Chandrayaan from India. Absolutely. We're definitely going to be covering all of that. We've been writing some articles about it as well. Growing fast in the subs. Yeah, it's amazing. It's incredible. I think you guys really want to hit 200K before we have touchdown. So I think that was a challenge that's been laid out But if you're just joining us, welcome here to the launch pad and our live commentary coverage of Chandrayaan-3's lunar landing on the South Pole. We are now just over, you can see it there, we'll begin that countdown, just about 30 minutes away from that automatic landing burn being conducted, and we are super excited for today's landing attempt. Chandrayaan-3 launched 40 days ago, 2 hours, 39 minutes, 52 seconds ago. It's been a long journey to the lunar South Pole, but we are now on that final orbit preparing for lunar landing. Let me say that right. Lakshanya. Sorry if I say that wrong. Love your channel. Appreciate it. Catching up here. If you guys have questions, make sure you're tagging us at the launch pad so we can catch those chats going absolutely crazy. But we love it. William, you should feel proud of yourself. India, fourth nation to land on the moon. Absolutely super exciting for all of us. Omkar is asking, which is the first fastest successful moon mission? I believe that would be Apollo. Would probably be the fastest because of just how the many days it took them to get there. But it was a much bigger launch vehicle to get to the moon faster. So ultimately, it doesn't matter how fast you get there as long as you can land successfully. Whether it takes you 3 days or it takes you 40 days, really doesn't matter as long as you can do it successfully. Also, what kind of rocks are on the moon? What is the composition of the rocks? That's what we're going to study. So Chandrayaan-3, the lander is going to study and observe the characteristics of the moon and the surface around it, studying what materials are there. And then the rover itself is going to study the composition of the lunar surface. It's going to look for the presence of water ice. It's going to look at the history of lunar impacts in the area and study the evolution of the moon's atmosphere. So it has a number of different tools on it to be able to do so for its study. It's obviously its navigation panels and solar array as well. So it's going to be super exciting. Be a lot to study on board. The lander itself has the Chandra Surface Thermophysical Experiment, which will measure thermal conductivity and temperatures on the lunar surface. It also has an instrument for lunar seismic activity. So we're going to study what the seismic activity is around the lunar surface with the plates of the moon. It also has the Langmuir probe, which will study for plasma density and variations at the lunar site or lunar lander site. Then we have the rover. The rover has an alpha particle X-ray spectrometer, which will derive the chemical compositions and infer mineralogical compositions of the surface. So it's going to actually kind of like shoot rays at the soil of the moon and study that. It also has a laser-induced breakdown spectrometer, which will determine the elemental compositions, looking for Mg, Al, Si, K, Ca, Ti, and Fe on the lunar soil and rocks around that lunar site. And why this is so important, we are going to the South Pole, and this is where we have plans to build lunar bases with the Artemis program, and that's where we believe there is water in frozen ice, obviously being one of the biggest important things that we need to be able to go to the moon and to stay. Orphix, what are your thoughts on a multi-stage 40-day burn-up, burn-down trajectory as opposed to faster trajectories? Hey, it works. Obviously, like to not do that, we need a bigger rocket, but a smaller rocket, and it takes longer. That means more people are going to be able to do it, and that's really a good thing. So, something, a million people waiting. So, world share out this. If I
चंद्रयान-1 अक्टूबर 2008 में पीएसएलवी रॉकेट के द्वारा सफलतापूर्वक प्रक्षेपित किया गया था। सतह पर पानी खोज करके पहले ही इतिहास रच चुका कारण है कि ये करीब से जानने को उत्सुक दिख रही हैं। अगर हम बात करें चंद्रयान 2 की, जो इसरो का दूसरा मून मिशन है, जुलाई 2019 में इसरो के सबसे ताकतवर रॉकेट LBM-3 द्वारा सफलतापूर्वक प्रक्षेपित किया गया था। और आज भी लगभग 4 साल बाद यह चंद्रमा के 100 किलोमीटर के सर्कुलर ऑर्बिट में घूमते हुए बहुत ही उत्तम क्वालिटी का डेटा प्रदान कर रहा है। मिशन के प्रारंभ में इसकी आयु 1 साल निर्धारित की गई थी, परंतु LBM-3 द्वारा बहुत ही सटीक इंजेक्शन और मिशन मैनेजमेंट की वजह से चंद्रयान 2 काफी लंबे समय तक कार्यरत रहेगा। अब तक चंद्रयान 2 चंद्रमा के लगभग सभी भागों का चित्र ले चुका है। इसका एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण पेलोड OHRC यानी कि ऑर्बिटर हाई रिजोल्यूशन कैमरा विश्व का सबसे बेहतरीन कैमरा है, जो कि चंद्रमा के सतह का लगातार पिक्चर भेज रहा है। अब मैं आरुषि जी से निवेदन करूंगा कि वो आप लोगों को इसरो के वर्तमान मिशन चंद्रयान 3 के बारे में बताएं।
अभी आपने मिश्रा जी के द्वारा सुना इसरो के अब तक के लूनार मिशंस का विवरण। अब चलते हैं टुवर्ड्स चंद्रयान।
नमस्कार। इसरो के इस महाअभियान से जुड़ने के लिए आप सादर आमंत्रित हैं। मैं पद्मदेव मिश्रा अपने को होस्ट श्रीमती आरुषि सेठ के साथ आप सभी को और देश विदेश से जुड़े सभी दर्शकों का हार्दिक अभिनंदन और स्वागत करता हूं। 23 अगस्त 2023 आज की शाम इसरो के वैज्ञानिकों और सभी अंतरिक्ष वैज्ञानिकों के साथ लैंडर मॉड्यूल को चंद्रमा के सतह पर उतरने के ऐतिहासिक पलों को देखने के लिए तैयार और उत्सुक हैं। जी हाँ, इसरो के गौरवपूर्ण इतिहास में एक और अध्याय जुड़ने जा रहा है और आज हम सब लोग इसके साक्षी बनेंगे। आप ये सारे विजुअल्स अपने स्क्रीन पर इसरो के मिशन ऑपरेशन कॉम्प्लेक्स यानी मॉक से देख रहे हैं, जो कि बेंगलुरु में स्थित टेलीमेट्री ट्रैकिंग एंड कमांड नेटवर्क स्ट्रैक से प्रसारित किया जा रहा है। ये विजुअल्स आपको पावर डिसेंट के काउंटडाउन और उस पथ को प्रदर्शित कर रहा है जिस पे चलकर लैंडर आज चंद्रमा के साउथ पोल पे सेफ और सॉफ्ट लैंडिंग करेगा। आपको ध्यान दिला दूं, इस समय हम लोग पावर डिसेंट शुरू होने से लगभग 22 मिनट दूर हैं। जो दर्शक थोड़ी देर से जुड़े हैं उनकी जानकारी के लिए बता दें, आप लोग इस ऐतिहासिक पल को इसरो के ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट, फेसबुक, ट्विटर और यूट्यूब पे भी देख सकते हैं।
Honorable dignitaries, delegates, scientists, media personnel, and dear viewers, a very good evening to all of you. We at ISRO welcome you to the live coverage of India's prestigious Chandrayaan-3 mission's landing event on the lunar surface. These are the visuals from Mission Operation Complex at ISRO's Telemetry Tracking and Command Network, ISTRAC, situated in Namma, Bengaluru, Karnataka. I, Arushi Seth, and my colleague, Dr. Padamdeo Mishra, are your hosts for the evening and shall accompany you on the journey of the landing event from powered descent start to touchdown. Today, we shall be witnessing the final phase of the critical and most technologically challenging mission operations of Chandrayaan 3, wherein the lander module will be making a safe and soft landing on the surface of the moon. These display screens show the countdown to the power descent start as well as the path that will be followed by the lander module. We are 18 minutes away from the commencement of power descent. India is at the brink of creating history as we all await with bated breath to witness the landing on Moon's south polar region.
इसरो का पहला मून मिशन चंद्रयान 1 अक्टूबर 2008 में पीएसएलवी
धन्यवाद आरुषि। अगर मैं सही मायने में कहूँ तो अंतरिक्ष का कोई भी मिशन हो और चाहे किसी भी देश के द्वारा संचालित किया जा रहा हो, इसरो मिशन की निश्चितता और अनिश्चितता के बीच बहुत ही महीन अंतर होता है, जिससे कि एक मिशन सफल या असफल होता है। लेकिन ना हम थके, ना हम हारे। हमने पिछली कमियों को सुधारते हुए आज पूरी तरह से आश्वस्त किया है कि लैंडर मॉड्यूल निश्चित तौर पे चंद्रमा के सतह पर सेफ और सॉफ्ट लैंडिंग करेगा। सभी दर्शकों के जानकारी के लिए अब हम इसरो के अब तक के सभी लूनर मिशंस को संक्षिप्त विवरण प्रस्तुत करेंगे। जी हाँ, इसरो का पहला मून मिशन चंद्रयान 1 अक्टूबर में पीएसएलवी रॉकेट के द्वारा सफलतापूर्वक प्रक्षेपित किया गया था। चंद्रयान 1 ने चंद्रमा के सतह पर पानी की खोज करके पहले ही इतिहास रच चुका है। यही कारण है कि आजकल विश्व के तमाम अंतरिक्ष वैज्ञानिक और स्पेस एजेंसियां चंद्रमा को और करीब से जानने के लिए उत्सुक दिख रही हैं। अगर हम बात करें चंद्रयान 2 की, जो इसरो का दूसरा मिशन है, जुलाई 2019 में इसरो के सबसे ताकतवर रॉकेट LVM-3 द्वारा सफलतापूर्वक प्रक्षेपित किया गया था और आज भी लगभग 4 साल बाद यह चंद्रमा के 100 किलोमीटर के सर्कुलर ऑर्बिट में घूमते हुए बहुत ही उत्तम क्वालिटी का डेटा प्रदान कर रहा है। मिशन के प्रारंभ में 1 साल निर्धारित की गई थी, परंतु LVM-3 द्वारा बहुत ही सटीक इंजेक्शन और मिशन मैनेजमेंट की वजह से चंद्रयान 2 काफी लंबे समय तक कार्यरत रहेगा। अब तक चंद्रयान 2 चंद्रमा के लगभग सभी भागों का चित्र ले चुका है। इसका एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण पेलोड OHRC यानी कि ऑर्बिटर हाई रेजोल्यूशन कैमरा विश्व का सबसे बेहतरीन कैमरा है, जो कि चंद्रमा के सतह का लगातार पिक्चर भेज रहा है। अब मैं आरुषि जी से निवेदन करूंगा कि वो आप लोगों को इसरो के वर्तमान मिशन चंद्रयान 3 के बारे में बताएं।
अभी आपने मिश्रा जी के द्वारा सुना इसरो के अब तक के लूनार मिशंस का विवरण। अब चलते हैं towards Chandrayaan-3, the follow-up mission of Chandrayaan-2, which has been designed to accomplish our mission goals. The primary objective of Chandrayaan-3 mission is the demonstration of safe and soft landing on the lunar surface. This demonstration is a critical aspect for ISRO's future interplanetary missions. In addition to this, the mission objectives also include demonstration of roving capability and conduction of in situ scientific experiments on Moon's surface. Carried on the shoulders of India's heaviest rocket LVM-3 on the 14th of July, Chandrayaan-3 was placed in the precise elliptic parking orbit of size 170 by 36,500 kilometers. the tests have been able to improve the overall system performance. The largely unexplored south pole of the moon has been chosen as the intended landing site since there is a possibility
चंद्रयान 3 को रॉकेट से अलग होने से लेकर के चंद्रमा के निकटतम कक्षा में स्थापित होने तक सारी गतिविधियां चंद्रयान 2 के तरह ही हों और अब हम यह कह सकते हैं कि यह प्लान पूरी तरह से 100% सफल रहा। हालांकि लैंडर मॉड्यूल के सेंसर्स और propulsion सिस्टम को इस तरह से मजबूत किया गया है कि लैंडर पावर डिसेंट के समय किसी भी आपदा से बाहर आकर के मिशन के मुख्य उद्देश्य को पूरा कर सके। इस क्रम में लैंडर के मुख्य सेंसर्स कारा, लासा, LHBC, LDV और LHDAC का कार्यात्मक परीक्षण भी किया जा चुका है। LDV जो कि पूर्णतः स्वदेशी तकनीकी से बनाया गया एक नया सेंसर है, इसका मुख्य कार्य लैंडर के वेलोसिटी को तीनों अक्षों में कंप्यूट करना है। पावर डिसेंट के दौरान लैंडर के सटीक पोजीशन और वेलोसिटी का ज्ञान होना बहुत ही आवश्यक है। लिराप यानी लेजर इनर्शियल रेफरेंसिंग एंड एक्सीलरोमीटर पैकेज इस कार्य को पावर डिसेंट के दौरान बखूबी निभाएगा। ट्रैजेक्टरी जनरेशन जो कि चंद्रयान 3 मिशन के लिए बहुत ही अहम है, क्योंकि हर ऑर्बिट मैन्यूवर के बाद यह सुनिश्चित किया जाता है कि लैंडर की मिशन ऑब्जेक्टिव को ना बदले। इस क्रम में मैं यह भी आपको बता दूं कि ऑर्बिट डिटर्मिनेशन जो कि उपग्रह के पोजीशन और वेलोसिटी को बहुत ही एक्यूरेटली बताता है, एक बहुत ही कठिन और जटिल कंप्यूटेशन और एस्टिमेशन होता है। यहाँ यह भी जानना महत्वपूर्ण है कि चंद्रयान 2 का OHRC पेलोड अब तक काफी ऊंचे स्तर का डैम प्रदान किया है, जिसके फलस्वरूप लैंडिंग साइट की सीमा को बढ़ाकर 4x2.4 किलोमीटर कर दिया गया है, जो कि पावर डिसेंट के दौरान सॉफ्ट लैंडिंग कराने में काफी सहायक सिद्ध होगा।
apart from the sensors, Chandrayaan-3 is equipped with a suite of sophisticated payload instruments. While Chandrayaan-1 and Chandrayaan-2 orbiter have provided abundant remote sensing data of Moon, equally important are the on-site localized measurements that provide ground truths. Lander and rover have payloads which are completely new and will perform in situ analysis of lunar surface. The two spectroscopes on rover, APXS and LIBS, will actively measure the surface elemental abundances at the landing location and surrounding area. The lander carries a seismometer ILSA that can sense impact events and lunar quakes. The thermal probe CHAST will measure the temperature profile and thermal conductivity of Moon's regolith. The Rambha payload will carry out lunar ionosphere studies, while the laser retroreflector array shall be a passive location indicator for future spacecraft equipped with laser altimeter. The propulsion module has not been left behind, and an experimental shape payload has been added to it as a value addition. It will help in understanding the nature and characteristics of water-rich planets and will also aid in the future study of potentially habitable exoplanets. We are minutes away from the start of powered descent. The entire powered descent shall be carried out by the onboard autonomous landing sequencer or ALS, which is a series of instructions preloaded to the lander module. These instructions include the commands to be executed, data to be collected, and decisions to be made and executed autonomously throughout the powered descent.
जी हाँ, अब हम पावर डिसेंट के बहुत ही करीब आ चुके हैं। हम आपको बताते चलें कि पावर डिसेंट को कुल 4 चरणों में बांटा गया है। सबसे पहले आता है रफ ब्रेकिंग फेज, जिसमें लैंडर की ऊंचाई को चंद्रमा की सतह से 30 किलोमीटर से घटाकर 7.4 किलोमीटर कर दिया जाएगा। इस पूरी प्रक्रिया को पूरा करने में लगभग 11.5 मिनट लगेगा और इसका समानांतर वेग 1680 मीटर प्रति सेकंड से घटाकर 358 मीटर प्रति सेकंड हो जाएगा।
We have continuous flow of lander telemetry data from ISRO's Deep Space Network IDSN-32 located in Belalu, Bengaluru. The data is being acquired real time by station and is flown to the Mission Operation Complex through our communication links. In addition to it, we also have support from ESA and JPL DSN stations. There will be no ground intervention once the ALS takes charge. The preparation for today's event had started 48 hours before, wherein various pre-selections and uplinking of parameters for the autonomous landing sequence were carried out. The whole descent is divided into 4 phases: the rough braking phase, the attitude hold phase, fine braking phase, and the local navigation phase or the terminal descent phase.
जी हाँ, एटीट्यूड होल्ड फेज, जो कि पावर डिसेंट का दूसरा चरण है, एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण फेज है। इस 10 सेकंड के स्मॉल ड्यूरेशन के दौरान लैंडर के दो महत्वपूर्ण सेंसर कारा और लासा लैंडर की ऊंचाई की गणना करेंगे। इस फेज के पूरा होते ही लैंडर चंद्रमा के सतह से कुल 6.8 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई पर होगा।
During the rough braking phase, the lander velocity shall be brought down from 1680 meters per second to 358 meters per second. The altitude will be brought down from 30 kilometers to 7.4 kilometers at the end of rough braking. Currently, we can see the scientists are analyzing the lander data.
जी हाँ, हम ये देख सकते हैं कि मिशन ऑपरेशन कॉम्प्लेक्स रूप में बैठे सभी वैज्ञानिक ये जो भी डेटा देख रहे हैं वो डीप स्पेस नेटवर्क आईडीएसएन 32 के द्वारा प्रोवाइड किया जा रहा है। और अगर हम अब बात करें पावर डिसेंट के तीसरे चरण का, जो कि फाइन ब्रेकिंग फेज होगा, जिसमें लैंडर लैंडिंग साइट से जस्ट 800 मीटर की ऊंचाई पर वर्टिकली होगा। इस चरण को पूरा होने में लगभग 3 मिनट लगेंगे और इस चरण के पूरा होते ही लैंडर की वेलोसिटी लगभग शून्य हो जाएगी।
The scientists here at ISTRAC are glued to their systems, analyzing all sorts of complex data. We are very close to the powered descent, to the start of the powered descent phase.
जी हाँ, अगर हम अब बात करें पावर डिसेंट के चौथे और अंतिम चरण का, जो कि लोकल नेविगेशन फेज या टर्मिनल डिसेंट फेज भी कहा जाता है, इस दौरान लैंडर के 2 इंजन बंद कर दिए जाएंगे और लैंडर के सेंसरों द्वारा इसके हाइट और वेलोसिटी की गणना इनर्शियल नेविगेशन को भेज दिया जाएगा। इस दौरान लैंडर 150 मीटर की ऊंचाई को प्राप्त करने के बाद कुल 131 सेकंड लगाएगा। इस पड़ाव पे आने के बाद पुनः लैंडर 22 सेकंड के लिए हवरिंग करेगा। आप इस समय अपने स्क्रीन पे मिशन ऑपरेशन कॉम्प्लेक्स में बैठे सभी मान्यगणों को देख सकते हैं, जो कि बहुत ही उत्सुकता के साथ टेलीमेट्री डेटा को देख रहे हैं। अभी हम लोग पावर डिसेंट शुरू होने से जस्ट कुछ ही पल दूर हैं। पावर डिसेंट शुरू होने में लगभग 30 सेकंड ही बचा है और हमको ये सारे डेटा मिशन ऑपरेशन कॉम्प्लेक्स रूम में आईडीएसएन 32 के द्वारा, जो कि लगातार लैंडर के कनेक्शन में बना हुआ है, प्रदान कर रहा है।
Dear viewers, the pivotal power descent has begun and the lander module is propelling towards the moon's surface along the intended trajectory.
जी हाँ, अब देख सकते हैं रफ ब्रेकिंग फेज की शुरुआत हो चुकी है।
During this rough braking phase, the lander velocity shall be brought down from 1680 meters per second to 358 meters per second. The altitude will be brought down from 30 kilometers to 7.4 kilometers at the end of rough braking. All this in the duration of 690 seconds or 11.5 minutes. Currently, the Laser Inertial Reference and Accelerometer package (LIRAP) is aiding in the navigation.
जी हाँ, अभी आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि लैंडर अब तक कुल 191 किलोमीटर हॉरिजेंटल दिशा में चल चुका है और अभी तक इसकी वेलोसिटी लगभग 31 किलोमीटर बनी हुई है।
The lander module has traveled a distance of approximately 228 kilometers. The complete downrange that will be traveled during this phase shall be nearly 713.5 kilometers.
जी हाँ, कुल 745 किलोमीटर के इस रफ ब्रेकिंग फेज में आप देख सकते हैं कि हम लोग लगभग अपनी यात्रा 20% कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं। पावर डिसेंट की यह शुरुआत हम कह सकते हैं कि बहुत ही सटीक और सधी हुई है, जिसमें लैंडर अपने वेगमान को अनुमानित तरीके से घटा रहा है।
The altitude of the lander module will reduce from 7.4 kilometers to 6.8 kilometers. During the next phase, which is going to be the attitude hold phase. We can currently see that the altitude of the lander module is nearly 31 kilometers.
आरयूसीसी अभी हम इस ग्राउंड ट्रेस को देखते हुए कह सकते हैं कि रफ ब्रेकिंग फेज की शुरुआत बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से हुई है। आप ये देख सकती हैं कि जो भी प्रोजेक्टेड ग्राउंड ट्रेस है, उसी पे अपना लैंडर मॉड्यूल आगे चलते हुए बढ़ रहा है। अभी तक ये देखा जा सकता है कि लैंडर मॉड्यूल लगभग 370 किलोमीटर क्षैतिज दिशा में चल चुका है।
The mission operations team is analyzing the data. We can all see the seriousness and the concentration with which each and every parameter of the lander module is being analyzed. The performance so far seems to be nominal.
जी आरुषि, चूंकि एएलएस एक्टिवेट किया जा चुका है, इसलिए ग्राउंड से कोई कमांडिंग नहीं की जा रही है। इस दौरान आपके स्क्रीन पे सारे डेटा इसरो के डीप स्पेस नेटवर्क से रियल टाइम में आ रहे हैं। इस मिशन में सेकेंड और थर्ड ऑर्डर गाइडेंस पॉलिनोमियल का प्रयोग हुआ है, जो कि इनर्शियल थ्रस्ट और एंगल के हमेशा सुनिश्चित करेगा।
During the entire descent, there is no ground intervention as the ALS has taken charge. The preparation for today's event had started nearly 48 hours before, wherein various pre-selections and uplinking of parameters were done. We can see that the vertical velocity of the lander module has been brought down. It is continuously coming down. and the ALS had already been initiated 1 hour before the scheduled time of the power descent start. Following this, the throttleable engine electronics module, the TECM, was switched on and lander was oriented to the favorable attitude.
जी हाँ, आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि लैंडर मॉड्यूल जिसकी शुरुआत में वेलोसिटी 1680 मीटर पर सेकंड थी, लगभग 1150 मीटर पर सेकंड हो चुकी है, जो कि एक बहुत ही मैजेस्टिक शुरुआत कही जा सकती है इस रफ ब्रेकिंग फेज के लिए। यहाँ पे मैं आपको ये भी बताते चलूं कि आप अपने स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि द लैंडर मॉड्यूल का आल्टीट्यूड धीरे धीरे अब कम होता हुआ दिख रहा है और जो कि एक्सपेक्टेड भी है। अभी हम बात करें करंट आल्टीट्यूड की तो जो कि 28.6 किलोमीटर के आसपास है।
आप स्क्रीन पर ये भी देख सकते हैं Chandrayaan-3 lander imager display. The lander imager is continuously taking photographs of the moon's surface, and that is also being streamed here. Currently, the horizontal velocity has been brought down, and the distance traveled is 574 kilometers. The current altitude is 27 kilometers, as can be seen on the screen.
जी हाँ, करीब अपने आधे सफर को पूरा करते हुए इस रफ ब्रेकिंग फेज में लैंडर बहुत ही आगे की तरफ बढ़ते हुए अपनी ऊंचाई को घटा रहा है। अगर अब बात करें तो लैंडर की ऊंचाई चंद्रमा के सतह से लगभग 27 किलोमीटर से नीचे हो चुकी है, करीब 26.7 किलोमीटर के आसपास है।
The next phase after the rough braking phase is the attitude hold phase, which will be for a duration of nearly 10 seconds. The lander will be oriented such that both the altimeters will be looking exactly towards the moon's surface. At the end of this attitude hold phase, height measurement update to navigation system will be given from the laser and car band altimeters. Currently, we are in the middle of the rough braking phase.
जी हाँ, अगर हम ध्यान से देखें तो लगभग 8 मिनट की यात्रा के बाद लैंडर अपनी हॉरिजेंटल वेलोसिटी को लगातार कम करते हुए अपनी ऊंचाई अभी की ऊंचाई के समय 24 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई प्राप्त कर चुका है। अब तक के आंकड़े को देखते हुए हम कह सकते हैं कि लैंडिंग पूरी तरह से नॉमिनल है। यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं कि हॉरिजेंटल वेलोसिटी लगातार कम होती हुई दिख रही है। The altitude of lander from ground is currently 22 kilometer, which is again going to be coming down, and that is expected.
For the viewers who have joined now, we are in the power descent phase, and we are in the rough braking phase, which is the first phase of the power descent. We have currently traveled a downrange of 697 kilometers, and the downrange that has to be traveled during this phase is 713.5 kilometers.
जी हाँ, अभी आप देख सकते हैं कि लैंडर की हॉरिजेंटल वेलोसिटी लगभग 720 मीटर प्रति सेकंड हो गई है। लगभग हम ये कह सकते हैं कि 900 मीटर प्रति सेकंड वेलोसिटी को कम किया जा चुका है। At the same time, we can see the altitude of the lander is just 17.8 kilometer from the moon surface, which is going to be around 7.4 at the end of the rough braking phase.
इस फेज के बाद हम जाएंगे towards the attitude hold phase, where we will be expecting sensor update from the laser and car band altimeters. We can see the visualization of the lander module moving towards the moon's surface. The current altitude is nearly 15.2 kilometers and the distance traveled is 754 kilometers. We can also see the image that the lander imager camera has been providing.
जी हाँ, इस रफ ब्रेकिंग फेज के दौरान 800 न्यूटन के चारों थ्रोटल इंजन अपने कार्य को पूरी तरह से अंजाम दे रहे हैं और लैंडर के हॉरिजॉन्टल वेलोसिटी को लगातार कम कर रहे हैं। अब तक लैंडर लगभग अपने 75 से 80% की यात्रा को पूरा कर चुका है।
After the rough braking and the attitude hold phase, we shall be having the fine braking phase, which will continue for nearly 3 minutes. The whole phase is being driven by the autonomous landing sequencer and there is no intervention from ground.
जी हाँ आरुषि, अभी आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकती हैं कि जो करंट आल्टीट्यूड है चंद्रमा के सतह से लगभग 10 किलोमीटर के आसपास है। जी हाँ, हम अपने जी हाँ, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी हम सभी का उत्साहवर्धन करने के लिए दक्षिणी अफ्रीका के जोहानसबर्ग से जुड़ गए हैं।
Yes, we are privileged to have with us Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, who has joined us from South Africa's Johannesburg to encourage us.
जी हाँ, आप ये देख सकते हैं एल्टीट्यूड होल्ड फेज भी बहुत ही आसानी से लैंडर फेज ने पार कर लिया है और अब फाइन ब्रेकिंग की शुरुआत हो चुकी है। अभी हम ये देख सकते हैं कि लैंडर की ऊंचाई लगभग 5.6 किलोमीटर है, जो कि इस फेज के उपरांत लगभग 800 मीटर हो जाएगी।
We can hear from the mission operations team that the sensors are performing nominally. And we are currently in the midst of the fine braking phase, which is going to continue for 3 minutes. And the altitude is going to be reduced to nearly 800 meters at the end of this phase.
जी हाँ, जैसा कि आरुषि जी ने बताया कि लगभग 3 मिनट के उपरांत लैंडर की हाइट लगभग 800 मीटर वर्टिकली होगी और यहाँ पे लैंडर की हॉरिजेंटल वेलोसिटी, वर्टिकल वेलोसिटी, इवन डाउन रेंज भी लगभग शून्य होगा।
We can see the visual of the lander module and we can see that the downrange traveled is nearly 831 kilometers.
जी हाँ, आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि लैंडर की ऊंचाई अब चंद्रमा की सतह से लगभग 3 किलोमीटर से कम हो चुकी है।
We are very close to the moon's surface, nearly 2.6 kilometers as we can see.
जी हाँ, अभी आप देख सकते हैं कि लैंडर की ऊंचाई लगभग 1 किलोमीटर के आसपास है।
We are nearing the final phase of the power descent. which is going to be the vertical descent phase or the local navigation phase.
जी हाँ, अब हम फाइन ब्रेकिंग वेव्स के एकदम करीब आ चुके हैं। हाँ, आप तालियों के गड़गड़ाहट से सुन सकते हैं कि हम लोगों ने तीसरे चरण को भी बहुत ही सफलतापूर्वक हासिल कर लिया है और अभी हम वर्टिकल डिसेंट फेज में आ चुके हैं, जिसकी शुरुआत भी बहुत ही अच्छे ढंग से हो चुकी है।
Lot of applause indicates that till now the performance has been nominal. We are in the vertical descent phase 1. The altitude is being brought down from 800 meters and we are nearing and approaching the lunar surface.
जी, आप अपने स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि लैंडर का हाइट लगातार कम होता जा रहा है। इस समय हम लैंडिंग साइट के जस्ट ऊपर हैं और इस समय इसकी ऊंचाई लगभग 600 मीटर के आसपास है। इस फेज के दौरान लगभग 150 मीटर के ऊंचाई पे पहुंचने के बाद लैंडर अगेन लगभग 20 से 22 सेकंड के लिए हॉवरिंग करेगा।
We are above the landing site. The horizontal as well as the vertical velocity is now being constantly reduced. And the lander module has begun its descent towards the landing site.
जी हाँ, आप अपने स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं ये जो पथ निर्धारित किया गया है, लैंडर पूरी तरह से उसी को ही फॉलो कर रहा है। इस समय हम लगभग 200 मीटर की हाइट से भी कम आ चुके हैं। अब हम ये देख सकते हैं कि हम लगभग 150 मीटर की ऊंचाई पे हैं चंद्रमा के सतह से।
We are approaching the vertical descent phase 2, which will have the lander module hovering at nearly 150 meters above
जी
the
हाँ,
lunar surface.
जी हाँ, आप इस तालियों के गड़गड़ाहट को सुन सकते हैं, जो कि सेकंड हैवरिक फेज के कंप्लीट होने के बाद इन सारे वैज्ञानिकों के द्वारा की जा रही है। जी हाँ, आप अगर फिर से ध्यान से देखें तो एल्टीट्यूड पुनः कम होता जा रहा है। अभी हम लोग लगभग 135 मीटर की ऊंचाई पे हैं।
The sensors that are updating at this point are providing confirmation of the safety of the landing site.
As expected, the retargeting is going on and this is a very good signature for the lander. अभी आप ये देख सकते हैं कि लैंडर की ऊंचाई लगभग 65 मीटर के आसपास बची हुई है।
Currently, only 2 engines are now being fired, and we are nearly at zero velocity, vertical and horizontal. We were hovering, and now we are approaching the moon's surface.
धीरे धीरे लैंडर की वेगमान को कम किया जा रहा है और हम अब लगभग 50 मीटर से भी कम आ चुके हैं।
We can see the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, who is here to encourage us, and he is critically looking at the visuals.
जी हाँ, आप अपने स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि हम लैंडर मॉड्यूल
People are applauding. Let
लैंडर
us all
मॉड्यूल
wait to hear from the Secretary, Department of Space and Chairman ISRO, Shri S. Somnath.
लैंडर मॉड्यूल पूरी तरह से सेफली और सॉफ्टली चंद्रमा के सतह पे लैंड हो चुका है। ये हम लोगों के लिए बहुत ही गर्व की बात है। हिंदी में एक कहावत है कि चंदा मामा दूर के, लेकिन अब हम ये कह सकते हैं कि चंदा मामा अपने घर के।
बहुत ही उम्दा. The hard work of the entire ISRO community has come to fruition.
आदरणीय आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, नमस्कार. Sir, we have achieved soft landing on the moon. India is on the moon. Sir, I request our Honorable Prime Minister to address us and bless us. Thank you, sir.
मेरे प्यारे परिवारजनों, जब हम अपनी आंखों के सामने ऐसा इतिहास बनते हुए देखते हैं तो जीवन धन्य हो जाता है. ऐसी ऐतिहासिक घटनाएं राष्ट्र जीवन की चिरंजीव चेतना बन जाती है. ये पल अविस्मरणीय है. ये क्षण अभूतपूर्व है. ये क्षण विकसित भारत के शंखनाद का है. ये क्षण नए भारत के जयघोष का है. ये क्षण मुश्किलों के महासागर को पाके चंद्र पथ पर चलने का है. ये क्षण 140 करोड़ धड़कनों के सामर्थ्य का है. ये क्षण भारत के उदयमान भाग्य के आह्वान का है. अमृत काल की प्रथम प्रभा में सफलता की ये अमृत वर्षा हुई है. हमने धरती पर संकल्प लिया और चांद पर उसे साकार किया. और हमारे वैज्ञानिक साथियों ने भी कहा, इंडिया इज नाउ ऑन द मून. आज हम अंतरिक्ष में नए भारत की नई उड़ान के साक्षी बने हैं. साथियों, मैं इस समय ब्रिक्स समिट में हिस्सा लेने के लिए दक्षिण अफ्रीका में हूं. लेकिन हर देशवासी की तरह मेरा मन चंद्रयान महाअभियान पर भी लगा हुआ था. नया इतिहास बनते ही हर भारतीय जश्न में डूब गया है. हर घर में उत्सव शुरू हो गया है. हृदय से मैं भी अपने देशवासियों के साथ, अपने परिवारजनों के साथ इस उमंग और उल्लास से जुड़ा हुआ हूं. मैं टीम चंद्रयान को, इसरो को और देश के सभी वैज्ञानिकों को जी जान से बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं, जिन्होंने इस पल के लिए वर्षों तक इतना परिश्रम किया है. उत्साह, उमंग, आनंद और भावुकता से भरे इस अद्भुत पल के लिए मैं 140 करोड़ देशवासियों को भी कोटि कोटि बधाइयां देता हूं। मेरे परिवारजनों, हमारे वैज्ञानिकों के परिश्रम और प्रतिभा से भारत चंद्रमा के उस दक्षिणी ध्रुव पर पहुंचा है जहां आज तक दुनिया का कोई भी देश नहीं पहुंच सका। अब आज के बाद से चांद से जुड़े मिथक बदल जाएंगे, कथानक भी बदल जाएंगे और नई पीढ़ी के लिए कहावतें भी बदल जाएगी। भारत में तो हम सभी लोग धरती को मां कहते हैं और चांद को मामा बुलाते हैं। कभी कहा जाता था चंदा मामा बहुत दूर के हैं, चंदा मामा बहुत दूर के हैं। अब एक दिन वो भी आएगा जब बच्चे कहा करेंगे चंदा मामा बस एक टूर के हैं। Friends, on this joyous occasion, I would like to address all the people of the world, the people of every country and region. India's successful moon mission is not just India's alone. This is a year in which the world is witnessing India's G20 presidency. Our approach of one earth, one family, one future is resonating across the globe. This human-centric approach that we present and that we represent has been welcomed universally. Our moon mission is also based on the same human-centric approach. Therefore, this success belongs to all of humanity, and it will help moon missions by other countries in the future. I am confident that all countries in the world, including those from the global south, are capable of achieving such feats. We can all aspire for the moon and beyond. मेरे परिवारजनों, चंद्रयान महाअभियान के ये उपलब्धि भारत की उड़ान को चंद्रमा की कक्षाओं से आगे जाएगी। हम हमारे सौर मंडल की सीमाओं का सामर्थ्य परखेंगे और मानव के लिए ब्रह्मांड की अनेक संभावनाओं को साकार करने के लिए भी जरूर काम करेंगे। हमने भविष्य के लिए कई बड़े और महत्वाकांक्षी लक्ष्य तय किए हैं। जल्द ही सूर्य के विस्तृत अध्ययन के लिए इसरो आदित्य L1 मिशन लॉन्च करने जा रहा है। इसके बाद शुक्र भी इसरो के लक्ष्यों में से एक है। गगनयान के जरिए देश अपने पहले ह्यूमन स्पेस फ्लाइट मिशन के लिए भी पूरी तैयारी के साथ जुटा है। भारत बार बार ये साबित कर रहा है कि स्काई इज नॉट द लिमिट। साथियों, साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी देश के उज्जवल भविष्य का आधार है। इसलिए आज के इस दिन को देश हमेशा हमेशा के लिए याद रखेगा। यह दिन हम सभी को एक उज्जवल भविष्य की ओर बढ़ने के लिए प्रेरित करेगा। ये दिन हमें अपने संकल्पों की सिद्धि का रास्ता दिखाएगा। ये दिन इस बात का प्रतीक है कि हार से सबक लेकर जीत कैसे हासिल की जाती है। एक बार फिर देश के सभी वैज्ञानिकों को बहुत बहुत बधाई और भविष्य के मिशन के लिए ढेरों शुभकामनाएं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Adharaniya Pradhan Mantri ji, for being part of our journey to this success. And let me take this opportunity to thank the people behind this mission, the project director of Chandrayaan-3. He is here. Veera Muthuvel, congratulations to you. The associate project director, Kalpana, and the mission operations director, Srikanth. And the satellite was built at your house satellite center, Shankar and the director. Thank you, sir. Hello.
It's a great moment of happiness on behalf of team. It gives me immense satisfaction on achieving this goal as a project director of this mission. The entire mission operations, right from launch till landing, happened flawlessly as per the timeline, and we became the 4th country to land to demonstrate the soft landing onto the moon surface, and we became the first country to go to near to the south pole of the moon. I take this opportunity to thank navigation, guidance and control team, propulsion team, sensors team, and all the mainframe subsystems team who have brought success to this mission. I also take the opportunity to thank the Critical Operations Review Committee for thoroughly reviewing the mission operations right from launch till this date. The target was on spot because of the review process. I also thank the ISRO higher management, right from Chairman ISRO, Director URSC, and all the center directors and higher ISRO officials. And finally, my thanks to the Chandrayaan-3 project executives spread across the ISRO centers. Thank you.
Mission Director Srikanth.
It gives me an immense pleasure to be part of Chandrayaan-3 and acting as mission director. I would like to thank each and every team member who has supported in carrying out all the mission operations flawlessly. And I would like to thank my senior management, Chairman ISRO, Director URSC, my senior colleagues and my team members for carrying out and supporting all the things carrying out in proper way. Thank you very much.
Associate Project Director Kalpana.
Good evening to all. This will remain the most memorable and the happiest moment for all of us, for our team Chandrayaan-3. We have achieved We have achieved our goal flawlessly. From the day we started rebuilding our spacecraft after Chandrayaan-2 experience, it has been breathe in, breathe out Chandrayaan-3 for our team. And starting from the reconfiguration to all the special tests and the simulations we have conducted meticulously. And this has been possible only because of our immense effort from our Chandrayaan-3 team. And of course, with the guidance from our chairman ISRO, our directors, and all our experts. With all this, it has been possible. Thank you, one and all. Thank you for all the minutest help which has been provided from all the areas of departments. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Chandrayaan-3 is a result of the work done by thousands of scientists, engineers, our staff, and industries and support team across ISRO and other places, other institutions. And Shankaran has been the lead of the center, which integrated all of these efforts in the last so many years. So I request him to speak on behalf of all of you.
Thank you very much for the affection that has been displayed today now. Today, we have achieved what we set out to achieve in 2019. It was delayed by about 4 years, but we have done it. When Chandrayaan-3 was launched, after the separation of the spacecraft from launch vehicle, I said, I will speak the rest of the things after the soft landing. So here I will take a couple of minutes to tell the tremendous amount of effort that has been put in by the entire project team. When I say project team, it is not just only the project director and associate project director. Of course, they are the face of the project. They have been living, sleeping, eating, breathing Chandrayaan for the last 4 years. They have been supported by such a large number of people, particularly in the navigation, guidance and control area, propulsion system. This area, the amount of effort that has been put by people, the number of simulations that have been done, the number of reviews they have gone through, the amount of criticism they faced and overcome that. It is, as a person who has been watching this for the last 4 years along with them, my heart goes out for them. The amount of effort is tremendous. That is what ISRO is all about. That is what our organization has taught us to do. Now today, this success has put us even more higher responsibility, as the Honorable Prime Minister was telling, because we have set the bar now so high. Nothing less than nothing less spectacular than this is going to be inspiring for any of us in the future. So as the Honorable Prime Minister mentioned, we will be now looking at putting the man in space, putting a spacecraft around Venus and landing a craft in Mars. Work on all these activities are going on for few years. And this success today will inspire us and will spur us to take those efforts even more strongly, so that we will make our country proud again and again and again. Thank you very much for every one of you who have directly or indirectly participated in this mission, encouraged us, intentionally or unintentionally helped us in all for every one of you. A big thank you, because even casual remark, an unintended point can help a person who is striving to reach a goal. The person who is making that remark may not have meant it that way, but sometimes it can ignite that's why I said that even unintended help is very welcome, and we are very thankful for that. Thank you, Team ISRO, for supporting all of us. The amount of affection we received when this mission came into this final stage, the number of people who gave us confidence that nothing can go wrong, and this is going to be successful. In fact, I was not that much confident, because we have seen a couple of times issues, because I know very well, as a person who has been doing in this domain for 36 years, I know there are thousands of things. Any of that can anytime go wrong and derail. But so many of the people, because that I only see as the reflection of the effort we have put, that people are so happy to see this effort, and they want us to succeed. It is not that they know that we are going to succeed. The people want us to succeed. So thank you very much for everyone, for your love and affection. We will continue to do our best and make our flag fly, ISRO's as well as India's flag fly high. Thank you very much.
Honorable Prime Minister called me and conveyed his greetings to each one of you and your family, for the wonderful work you did in ISRO. Thanks are to him for the support that he is giving to us for missions like Chandrayaan-3 and the missions that are in the offing. I think that's a great word of comfort that we are receiving for pursuing the inspirational work that we are doing for the nation. I want to tell you, and I want to thank you also for each and everyone who prayed with us in the last many days, who wanted this success to happen in ISRO. I thank all those people all around the country and maybe beyond the country for their blessings and wishes and affection that he has given to each one of us for doing this work for the last so many years. I want to specifically thank some senior people who have been standing with us, especially the name of Kiran Kumar sir and Mr. Kamalakar, Sri Koteshwar Rao. They have been helping so much. They were part of the team to help them to get the confidence and get the reviews done to ensure that nothing goes with any mistakes. And of course, this is not the work of us alone. This is a work of a generation of ISRO leadership and ISRO scientists. And this is a journey we started in Chandrayaan-1, continued in Chandrayaan-2, and Chandrayaan-2 craft is still working and doing a lot of communication work with us. And all the team that contributed to building Chandrayaan-1 and Chandrayaan-2 should be remembered and thanked while we celebrate Chandrayaan-3. And this is an incremental progress and definitely a great, huge one it is. And thank you so much for all the support and work that you have done. Thank you.